You don't have to stand up yet.
Oh, good. Good. Sounds good. Thank you.
Judge, we're gonna call the 130 inmates with Mr. Koch.
Okay.
First one is gonna be Sally Pate.
Hello, Ms. Payton.
Good morning, Ms. Payton. Your Honor, this is Ms. Pate. Speaking with the State Attorney's Office, there's not an offer this morning. They need to reach out to the alleged victim in this case. So I'll be entering not guilty, waiving formal reading. This case is set for the 9/9 pretrial, but certainly after the state speaks to the alleged victim, and if there's an offer that's acceptable to my client, if we could certainly move her up earlier.
Yes, sir. So, Ms. Pate, I'll see you no later than September 9th, but if the state decides to dismiss the case, or if they offer you something that you want to accept, I can see you as early as a week from today, okay? So Mr. Koch will stay in touch with you and keep you informed.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Take that.
Next is gonna be Brian Phillips, also with Mr. Koch.
All right. Mr. Phillips. I'm Thomas Koch, I'm your attorney. Okay. Your Honor, this is Mr. Phillips to my left. Similar situation, we'll be entering not guilty to the one count and waive formal reading. Speaking with the state attorney, they need to reach out to the alleged victim in this matter. So if we can keep this case set for pretrial on, this is a November 12th pretrial that it's set for, but certainly if we come to resolution, I will bring my client in earlier.
Okay, so Mr. Phillips, that means that I'll see you no later than November 12th, which is a long time off, but if the state talks to the alleged victim and decides to dismiss the case, Mr. Koch will let you know that. If the state offers you something that you want to accept before November 12th, then Mr. Koch can set it for a hearing as early as a week from today, okay? So I'll see you then.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Chance Ruby is next.
Morning, Chance. Okay. This was your final case they filed on. All right. Yes, Your Honor. This morning, we'll be entering a not guilty and waive formal reading. My client does have 2 other open cases in this courtroom. Mr. Snell and I have been working on a global, so I anticipate discussing that with my client. But as of right now, if we can keep this set for I believe this case is set for the 11-12 docket for pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay. So are all the cases going to be set for 11/12?
Negative, Judge. His other 2 are set for the 9-9 docket.
Don't we want this one to run with that?
And I was gonna, yes, please.
Okay. Mr. Rubinek, looking at the charges standing alone, I was curious why the state didn't have an offer for you. But then Mr. Koch answered my question before I asked it, that there are 2 other cases. So I'll see you on all 3 of your cases no later than September 9th. But if the state offers you something that you want to accept before the 9th, Mr. Koch can set it for a hearing, okay?
No.
Thank you, sir.
So Sean Starks is next.
Hello, Mr. Starks.
Judge, this is Mr. Starks. I did receive a withhold 2-year probation offer this morning. I discussed that with my client. My client would like some more time to review the evidence and discuss some options with him. So as of today, we'll be entering not guilty to all 3 counts, waive formal reading. And this case is set for the 11-12 pretrial docket, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Starks, that means that I'll see you no later than November 12th. But if you wish to accept the state's offer, or if y'all come up with some other kind of agreement, then Mr. Koch can set it for a hearing as early as a week from today, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Starks, take that. Yes, sir.
And next is Daniel Tingle.
Hello, Mr. Tingle. Good morning, sir.
Judge, I represent Mr. Tingle. This is set on the arraignment docket. The state has not filed an information because we're actively working on a deferred prosecution agreement. Because of that, I'd like that this be placed on the next arraignment docket, but we are trying to work with the VA for treatment that would be part of that agreement. So I'm asking the court if we have a Thursday that we can add this on early, if we reach all the terms for deferred prosecution agreement. I'm certainly going to seek to do that to get Mr. Tingle moving.
Okay. So, Mr. Tingle, I'll see you no later than September 12th.
Yes, sir.
But if the state offers you something that you want to accept before that date, as early as next Thursday, Mr. McKinney can bring it back.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you,
Judge,
sir.
that's something that we are certainly trying to work towards actively to try to make that happen as quickly as possible.
Good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
From what I understand from Mr. James' family, there's some appointments that will be for interviews that are taking place to get
The placement.
the placement correct, approved and whatnot. So everything's in the works.
Good.
So
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Thanks to your family, too.
We have Timothy Brandmeier from the 9 o'clock docket.
Thank you.
Are you ready? I'm not ready.
Judge, I passed it to 1:30, but I talked to state, so I'd like to really bring it back at 1:30.
Okay. Mr. Farmer, I'll see you this afternoon.
I think that's all we can handle for right now. But
Okay. The folks that are in the gallery are,
they're here for the one case that we cannot handle until about 10:30, I believe, Judge.
That- Sure, may I approach with the
certainly.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client, from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestviews historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch.
Okay. Okay, so we're in recess until 10:30. However, Ken, there's some sensitive matters that can't be disclosed. So I ask for you not to video or audio record Mr. Smith's case. Okay, thank you. So we're in recess until 10:30.